Guys, 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 the
What?
goblin is coming.
What do you mean?
Hello everybody. I'm I'm chilling today. I got just doing I'm gonna do some art. I did have some conversations where I should do a little bit, do a couple goblins for people who are sort of part of the community and sort of like an inauguration to congratulate them on their progress so far and sort of what's been going on. I don't know, there's some dumb stuff going on Twitter because, you know, there's always dumb stuff going on Twitter, but I'm gonna mostly be pretty quiet. This is what I used to do when I was on Twitch. I would just sort of start early in the morning and people could just watch and chill while they were at their work day without too much chatter, at least. So if you are sorry, don't mind the clicking. I'm moving my mouse around. I'm still setting up the desk. It's not in the greatest spot, but yeah, we're gonna do art. We're gonna start off with just some loose goblins, as you guys may have been able to guess in the chat. But we'll go from there, and you guys are welcome to make suggestions as we go. We're gonna start off by drawing Claire Bear because that was a conversation that was had. So we're gonna start with that, but I'll be muted for the most part. But if you guys want to make is this the real trash? I don't hear any chomping. I mean, I could go get a snack, but that might be later. So I'll be on mute as we kind of work around, and we'll go from there. Yeah, I guess what's going on with Twitter right now, or on Twitter right now, is the official Amazon News Twitter account is trying to deny that the working conditions in Amazon warehouses, depending on where they are, is horrendous. It's not going well for them. So you've got the official news Twitter for Amazon being a complete douchebag, which, you know, is always a good look for like an official account, right? For a company. Letty, it's good to see you. I'm glad you're feeling a little bit better. That's a big oof. I'm glad you're feeling better. We're gonna have to see how long it is before Claire Bear actually shows up in the chat. Yeah, this is Krita. However, if you're doing it's definitely a canvas, not a Photoshop. So it's for painting, it's not for photo manipulation in the same way that things like Photoshop and Photoshop lichens are. This is just not the way this program is designed, so just bear that in mind. If you are trying to do photo manipulation, it's not gonna really be as good as some of the other stuff. not bad for a warm up. Oh, it's been so long since I did this. This is nostalgic. Feels good though. Feels good. Chat, also, if you have any suggestions on something that should be done, you guys let me know. Turn all the emojis on like Instagram and Twitter and YouTube all into into little goblins. That would be funny. I'm using Streamlabs, so in Streamlabs, if you, there's a widget you can go and get that's called Chatbox. So if you go to the left-hand bottom side, you can go to, like, the Streamlabs website, and you'll just have to grab that widget and then put it in. I imagine Sephiroth as a goblin is still, like, just as imposing. Yeah, Mr. Fibble, hit me up. Best places to hit me up is either on Discord or on Twitter. In Sephiroth's defense, if I had to deal with Cloud's bullshit, I'd be probably pretty irritated too. I'm a little bit sympathetic though. I'm a little bit sympathetic to Cloud's plight. But like, dude, come on, man. Please. Your best bet is to contact me directly on Discord. I'll put the link in the chat to just my number though. I should probably set up some of the like restream or slob stuff that lets you put notes in the chat from Streamlab stuff. I'll get to it eventually, I'm sure. College Humor? No, I didn't know they did any D20 games. Sounds like it's probably funny though. Oh no, really a cloud wannabe? Don't make me. Don't make me, no. I refuse. I think one of my favorite descriptions of being playing Dungeons and Dragons, expectation versus reality, has gotta be when people say that the expectations of DMing, I control the world, look at this fun game we'll all have, and play basically what is the equivalent of Lord of the Rings, and I am the J.R.R. Tolkien. And then the reality is, you're actually just helping your friends work through all their psychological issues while role-playing as a goblin. I'm just imagining this. Lenny says, LOL, Sephiroth as a goblin makes the Genova stuff kind of hilarious. And all I'm imagining now is the movie, the the Final Fantasy VII movie with the reunion, and then this is just imagining Kadaj and Yazoo and Laws, and they're just like, we must get Mother back. Mother, this is our reunion. And then he gets the Genova cells into him, and he's just like, yes, and then just this thing pops out. And this guy shows up and he's just like, Cloud. I'm dying. No. Everybody in the whole thing is a goblin except for the bad guys and Cloud. Everybody else is Rufus is in the wheelchair, and the little hoodie slips off of him, and he's a goblin. Everything is a goblin. It's this big cloud of smoke with a dun, 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 dun. Goblin shows up. God. Either that or Sephiroth is like multiple goblins stacked on top of each other. I'm dying. I'm dying. No. His little coat that's way too big is on fire. I've destroyed the city. And now I'm just imagining like the the one with the wings and like the angel Sephiroth, but it's a goblin. How could you do this to me? Can I point out real quick that I legitimately just put way too much effort into this? Cloud, you killed the people at Nibelheim! Sephagob, I don't even know who you are. I'm just now that iconic scene of Cloud being lifted up by Sephiroth's sword and hung over the edge of the reactor, but on the other end of the sword instead of Sephiroth, it's just like this 1 foot goblin. It's like Tonberries. It's like if everything was Tonberries. I probably should have looked. I did this all from memory. I probably should have pulled up a reference. Listen, do not get me started on Kingdom Hearts. Please, of all the things to get me started on, please no. Say no. Run while you still can. I will go off. The more they added to Final Fantasy VII, now I'm thinking of as like Genesis and Angeal, and they're like normal. They're like regular people, or like the way they normally are. And Sephiroth is just like. Tifa cosplay incoming. Seriously, I will lose my mind about Kingdom Hearts forever. Jesus. Kingdom Hearts 1 camera and stop trying to add jumping mechanics in a game that does not clearly function with jumping mechanics. Please no. Please send help. I don't need any of that. Kingdom Hearts 2, I have a little bit of more love for. The fluid, like, the mechanics were really nice. The story was convoluted and confusing as hell, though, but it could still save itself, and then Kingdom Hearts 3 dropped the ball so goddamn hard, I don't even want to talk about it. One of the reasons I didn't really mind the opening of Kingdom Hearts 2 the first time I played it was because I played the second one first, so I didn't know who Roxas was. I mean, I guess nobody knew who Roxas was, but I didn't know who anybody was. Like, I didn't even know who Sora was, so all of a sudden I, like, get attached to this character named Roxas, and I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And then he's gone and Sora's here, and I'm running around looking for this guy named Riku, and I'm like, who the hell is Riku? I don't know what's happening anymore. So, they just tried really hard to get you attached to Roxas so that way you would care, and it's like, maybe you just don't, though. Maybe you just don't. And then, I enjoyed Birth by Sleep and some of its story, but, like, the Vanitas thing was dumb. The Xehanort stuff was dumb. I liked Aqua, though. Aqua, best girl. She was cool. And I liked her fighting style. That was neato. But, like, fuck, don't get me started. I could talk about this for hours, and I really just, it will cause me physical pain more than likely. Working with a limited color palette is kind of fun, though. Now it looks like he has a beard. Kingdom Hearts Recoded was a fun little DS game, but story-wise completely pointless. Yes, I agree. There was a lot of additional, like, side games on handhelds that just were completely just convoluted and caused more problems than they helped. Like, I was so excited for Kingdom Hearts 3, and when I played it, I ended up just being like, where's Square? Where's the other half of my game? Where's the other half of my game? I got to the end, and I was just like, where the hell is the other half of my game? I was very upset, and I'm disappointed. Mostly just disappointed. I don't even, see, this is why I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. Broke my heart. Broke my heart. I don't, I could go on for hours. I could go on for hours about how frustrating and bonkers that game is. It feels unfinished. There's, like, the gameplay is, like, it's not good. The fighting, the battle system doesn't function half the time. It's not good. It's bad. It's bad, and I don't want it to be bad. It's not be bad. I talk about it forever. Oh, stupid frozen level. Oh my god. It could have been so good. It could have been so good. All of it. All that whole game could have been so good. And they were just like, nope. No, it's not gonna be though. Cause you guys.
That's really unique, Faye. That a mugshot or your version of Picasso?
Well, there it is, the way too detailed, way more than it was ever worth Goblin Sephiroth. Why did I do this? I don't know why I did this. I'm sure I had some kind of reason. Completely reasonable reason. There are reasons. It's fine. This has a right to exist. Shut up. Oh dear. What have I done? What kind of creature have I created? This is one of the best things about when I used to stream art, is like crap like this would happen all of the time. Somebody would make some like weird asinine suggestion. I'd just be like, yeah, alright, let's do it. Let's see what happens. And then you end up with this kind of nonsense, and you know, I regret nothing. Because why not? I don't think I'm gonna save like the actual file. I'm just gonna save it as a JPEG. Join Patreon if you want to download it, I guess. Sefagab. Sefagab. Let's save it as a PNG. Like, why would I keep this? Oh no. Oh, down your third double rum? I'm jealous. I wish I had a double rum. I got some tea, that's about it. And here I was thinking, a derpy Cerberus goblin. No, I'm not doing it. Here I was thinking I would work on like posing and like, you know, PNG, go TIFF. No, I saved it as a, no, I didn't save it as a JPEG, I saved it as a PNG. So it retains all of its splendor. Put it on a mug. Would anybody want a mug? Rum and tea? Rum and tea is nice. Healers for 5 says, I would say make it into a mug, but Disney would send Assassin for the Abomination. I could turn it into a mug. A Warforged oh, see, that's an interesting idea. So it would be like a goblin and a modron put together. A robot goblin? I have to think about that for a little bit, I think. It'd be kind of like Pinocchio, wouldn't it? Danish debater for 50 DKK, money for rum only, ... money sign. Oh, you're a sweetheart. You're such a sweetheart. I'll be sure to pick some up next time I'm out. A golden unicorn emoji is a really good idea. Should it have an expression, though? I do like the Rick and Morty son, and the Screaming Raccoon is pretty good. Fax or GTFO emoticons? I don't know how we would do that. So Danish asked, so for the uninitiated, is this goblin a character of yours, or any big story that goes with the art session? No, I don't have any stories going on with any of this stuff right now. It's just, mostly just loose practice and exploration a little bit. The goblin doesn't really have a story. It's just the icon that, I use and enjoy, and it kind of makes a good kind of representation about what I'm about, so I kind of just like to leave it at that. I did consider writing like a children's book utilizing the goblin, because I thought that would be funny, and it would be really funny for when people are, you know, people are like, "Ah, I'm so important, I wrote a book," and it's like anybody can anybody can self-publish a book on Amazon. So I was thinking about doing something like that and just self-publishing a book, so if I was ever, like, in a thing, well, have you been in a debate, though? I don't know, but I wrote a book. Stuff like that. It's just, like, some unrelated children's book about nothing. It's just, like, a fun story, but... No, there isn't really much of or any kind of story with the goblin. It just kind of is. I do have stuff that I've done art for that I have, like, on the back burner, but it's kind of the sort of stuff that will probably just end up being on the back burner forever. I don't think I'll ever... I tried to kind of format it as a game, and then I kind of tried to like a resource management game, and then I kind of tried to reformat it as, like, once upon a time it used to be written, and then, like, I don't think anything will end up ever happening with it, but, you know, it's a lot of fun, but, you know. Chesh writes a book and accidentally becomes new Dr. Seuss. That would be funny. I feel like that's something that would probably be appropriate to happen to me. Something, like, random and obscure. I mean, you can never tell what people are gonna like sometimes, so, you know, shoot your shot, right? Like, there are people who are like, well, you know, nobody's gonna like it, I don't know if I should do whatever I want to do on YouTube or on whatever. No, the answer is just shoot your shot, man. You can tell what the internet's not gonna like, but you can never tell the internet what it's going to like, if that makes any sense at all. I mean, it makes sense to me, but if anybody understands what I'm trying to say. It essentially means that the internet doesn't like very specific behavior, and it's dishonest behavior. But if you try and create something honestly, you can never tell the internet what it is and is going to latch onto and make the new next big thing. So shoot your shot. There's no reason not to. Like, as long as you're being earnest and you try and you're not, you know, your goal isn't to be just a douche to other people, odds are you're gonna do pretty well for yourself, and people will find you eventually, and you'd be surprised. People like to hear what other people have to say a lot of the time, so there's a loud minority of people that just kind of suck in general, but it's really not so bad here. But be aware that it's not for the faint of heart. Like, the internet isn't for everybody, so don't... If it's not for you, that's okay. There's other ways for you to do whatever it is that you want to do. You don't have to do it through the internet. You don't have to do it through YouTube or Twitch or however, whatever means. You could do it through a blog. You could do it through, you know, whatever. Yeah, I think I need to make that hand smaller. Man, I forgot how motivational my stuff used to be on Twitch. I used to definitely just be like, yeah, no, go do your thing. And it's not that I'm not that way anymore, it's just not something that I talk about nearly as much anymore. A guide to critical thinking would be good, and may sell if it can avoid the pitfalls of making anyone feeling the victim of its narrative, especially if it can make the reader feel in center. Yeah, that's actually not a bad idea. Just do use the goblin as like the proxy. That could be interesting. Half-ass writes a book, it becomes the next gigantic movie franchise a la Harry Potter. Don't do this to me, please. Have mercy. Internet loves douchebaggery. Kind of. There is a niche. It kind of depends on what you mean. There's a difference between, like, emulating a life with no rules that ends up with you being a douchebag and sort of selling a lifestyle. That's kind of like what the bloggers are, right? They sell a lifestyle and people want to live that life where like there are no rules and I do whatever I want. And that's always been something that sells, and it's that idea or that illusion of freedom, of being able to do whatever it is that you damn well please. But keep in mind, the people who are most popular aren't douchebags for the most part. They're usually actually pretty nice. Dishonesty is a very successful strategy, just find dishonest audience. No, you don't want to find... If you want to be dishonest and successful on the internet, then you don't want a dishonest audience. You want an honest audience, and you just need to be good at being dishonest. It's just a lot of people are bad at being dishonest. I don't think the drama channels do as well as people. The internet is a big place. And, like, it just, I think people put more stock into how well those channels do than they actually do. But, hey, what do I know? There's, like... I'm just a little tiny baby creator. I'm not big by any means, and probably won't ever be, and I'm totally okay with that. I'm not trying to be. I just kind of like to do my thing. I like to make art, and I'm finally getting to stream art on YouTube. Do you have any idea how long it's been that I've been trying to set this up? I'm still not totally set up all the way. I mean, I will be eventually. I'm getting there, but I mean, life's hard, man. There's always some nonsense going on, and you know what? Sometimes you just gotta get over the fact that there's things holding you back, and there's nonsense going on in your life, and you just kind of gotta just do it anyway. And just be like, forget the nonsense, forget whatever else is going on, and just do what you feel like you want to do. And, you know, if you're not hurting anybody, and you're not, you know, trying to drag people, or be a jerk for no reason. Even if you have a reason, sometimes being a jerk isn't the best answer. I mean, there are some people that I'm sure are jerks to people and they feel well justified. I mean, I do that. I've been a jerk before, and I felt like more than justified to behave the way I was behaving. And the trick is like, how are you behaving, right? And in some ways it will be acceptable, and people will know exactly where you're coming from, and they'll agree that you're justified. And then there are ways that are far more toxic, where your actions, because they're so toxic, aren't justified, where it's like, listen, even if you are correct, you're still the bad guy here. And that's the thing you want to avoid. You don't want to be the person who, you know, they may have done something wrong, or you may be right that this person has done something wrong, but if you turn into the monster while you do it, even if you're right, people aren't going to like you anyway. Because, like, again, there's ways of going about it, and if you do, and this is, I mean, I've explained this a couple of times, if you do things in a way that's not, oh god, I don't even know how to Is there even another way to put this so people would be able to understand? I think the people who know what I'm talking about know exactly what I'm saying. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm not really sure how to explain it to you. I don't know. I think, yeah, I agree. People like watching dumpster fires. I just think, I mean, even I enjoy watching dumpster fires sometimes. Sometimes they're frustrating. Sometimes dumpster fires are like, oh god, please, no, make it stop. And then sometimes they're just really, really fun and entertaining. And sometimes they're really fun to be a part of. And I think my first big dumpster fire I was part of was on Defango, on the Citizen Zone. And that was, not even last Christmas, the Christmas before then. And that was all the RA stuff when I showed that all that group of people were actually engaging in apologetics. And so, like, that was a lot of fun. And, like, it turns into one of those, why are you booing me, I'm right, sort of situations. And I mean, I don't know, maybe... The thing is dumpster fires are better when they're a natural occurrence. If you try and force a dumpster fire, it's not as much fun. Nobody wanted that dumpster fire, and you're just demanding that it happen. And so when you kind of fake it and turn something that didn't need to be into a dumpster fire, it's just not as good. And I mean, some guests, like Smalley, will just demand a dumpster fire. Like, no, this is a dumpster fire because I demand that it be one. It has to be one for my own sake, or for whatever reason they have for behaving that way. And, you know, some people have their reasons, and sometimes it's fine, and sometimes it's not. And then other times it's just people are being dishonest and trying to turn something that doesn't need to be a dumpster fire into a dumpster fire because they want to watch the world burn, or they're trying to cause trouble for whatever guest they happen to be on. And, you know, there's also that. Actually, I have drawn a dumpster fire. If you go look on Red's Rhetoric's channel, one of the thumbnails he has is a green dumpster with his logo on it, and it's on fire. That I painted that. That was me. I kind of like a little bit of column A and a little bit of column B. I can appreciate a dumpster fire when it's appropriate, and sometimes they're frustrating when they're not needed. And so it kind of sucks when you've got something that otherwise would be educational turning into a dumpster fire and kind of ruining it, versus something that is like, this is doomed to failure. And I mean, that happens sometimes, and I'm okay with stuff like that once in a while. I'm just gonna move all this over. I need a little bit more space over here for this loopy down. Yeah, see, that's what you gotta do, right? It's blowing up in the small term is not necessarily conducive to what it ends up being, like a healthy and health and longevity of a channel. And you want something that lasts, not something that's just gonna, like, fizzle out because you have no content, right? So if you make all your content really narrow, you're not gonna last. I've realized I'm drawing on the wrong layer. Yay! No. Stop. There we go. There we go. It's still not quite right, but I'm okay with it going off the edge like this, because when I move it over, the line will be there, so I'm not too worried. I'll just, once I recenter it, I'll deal with that. Thanks, guys. I appreciate that. Chesh always likes a little column A, a little bit of column B. I mean, yeah, that's kind of true. Smitty's been following for a while. I think he's got me figured out. I kind of need to think about where I want what I want to happen here. There's like, I got a space and I'm not sure how to utilize it. Maybe if I do... This is not... up? Oh, that's a little better. Okay, let's just stretch it. So then it's coming forward. So kind of like that. There we go. Then it's kind of coming towards you a little bit. I think that will get that across well enough. I kind of want a couple more of these arches in the background. Like, I want this snake to be gigantic. Like, there's like a sea in the background of just like coils and coils and coils. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to portray that properly. I think that should be fine for now. Oh, I showed up after a Dapper thing. Dapper's great. If you're not subbed to Dapper, you should be subbed to Dapper. Dapper is probably one of the far better educational channels out there that don't, like, I like Dapper. He's educational without being, like, too much, but at the same time is also, he's got a lot going for him. Did I end up drawing this all on the wrong layer again? Yeah, of course I did. Yeah, whatever. It's fine. Because of course I did. It doesn't super duper matter because all of these lines are essentially going to be gone by the time I'm done. If this ever gets finished. There we go. Yeah. I mean, the thumbnail looks pretty good, so that's a good start. I have to make some of these... I have to make a couple of decisions about colors. There we go. That's a little bit better. That's like the more clean-esque-ish. I'm fine with leaving all the sketches and stuff there, though, because I'm gonna... This is all gonna end up being, like, paint. Now I need to think of colors. Okay. You're hungry? A sub sandwich. Go get yourself a sub sandwich from Mr. Sub, I think. But we've been live for 2 hours, so I think this is a good place to leave this because now we're at the point where we can get colors done. So next time we'll be back. I won't paint this without without streaming the painting of it. But I have to spend some time I need to think. You guys let me know in the comments whether or not you like this and whether or not this is something that should be, if this should be something longer. When I used to do this on Twitch, I used to do this for like 5 to 8 hours daily. So if you guys are interested in sort of longer streams where we actually maybe go ahead and finish a piece, because this would take another 2 to 3 hours worth of work, so that would put us up at the 5-hour mark. So yeah, if you guys are interested in that, you let me know. I'll try and do another one of these next week, I think. Actually, I might try and do it sooner. Friday, tomorrow I have a stream, and it's gonna be about a bunch of racism stuff, so that'll be interesting and educational, so I hope you guys will come for that. But, if you guys want more of these streams, because this was kind of my bread and butter for a little while, and I'd love to go back to it, so you guys let me know by, hitting the like button, sharing, and leaving me a comment, get that algorithm going, I guess, because, that would be helpful, just so it will show up for people, and you guys can let me know, because I like doing this kind of stuff, so I need to think about what colors these are going to be, because, I mean, I could make it green, and I'm thinking about making it green, but I'm also thinking that maybe green might not really get across what I want, so maybe a black and yellow might be nice. Anyway, I have a few more little things to add to this that, like patterns on the snake and stuff that you guys will get to see next time, because a lot of that texturing will happen in the actual painting part. So, thanks. Thanks for coming by. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. Please let me know in the comment section, because sometimes I don't catch things in the live chat. And, maybe I'll make this a part of my regular schedule again. It'll be fun. Leave any questions you have. The program I'm using is Krita, so if anybody is interested in utilizing that, that's what it is. It is a free program. It's just at krita.org. It's a paint and canvas program. All the brushes that I'm using are either the standard brushes that come with it or the version ahead before. So there's actually 2 brush packs in Krita right now. There's from Critta 3 and from Critta 4. I've got both the Critta 3 and the Critta 4 brush packs in here, but I'm just using the default brush packs. I haven't, the only brushes I've made I haven't even used today, and they're only just like little offshoots of pre-existing brushes that I just kind of messed with. But yeah, that's about it. Thank you everybody for coming, and I'll see you guys next time. And I hope you enjoyed yourself, and let me know if you did down below. And if you have suggestions of what you might like to see art of, also let me know, because I do enjoy painting meme things like this like this Sephiroth goblin. This will be available on Patreon and on the Discord for anybody who's a member or anybody who is a Patreon. There's also I'll consider putting on a mug. The shop is down below also, and if you want to support, that's great. Thank you so much for coming, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye now.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.